Hi, welcome. Focusing on 2026. Can't come soon enough, but it is upon us. Just going to draw one card from Spirit from this deck, and this will shape the entire reading. I'm asking what we should focus on, or one of the most important things or factors for 2026. Okay, we got the Witch card. Harmony, invocation, anticipation. Let's see. I was going to just go by the image. That was my plan, but I'm going to alter my plan and go with the book. Happy New Year. In case I don't see you before the new year, I do wish you a healthy, prosperous, wealthy, generous, loving, faithful, high vibrational year. Let's see, where are you in this book? This book is not numbered, but I love this deck. I may edit this part because it's going to be 5 hours later by the time I find it. Here we go. Witch. Meet the wise gaze of the witch. She invites you to acknowledge your inner wisdom, your magic, and sensual, intuitive nature while cultivating kindred relationships with plants, crystals, animals, and benevolent allies. From wise matriarchs and medicine women to elemental, cosmic, and magical beings, open yourself to play with the forces of power and magic understanding, the intricacies of medicine, energy, manifesting desires, and alchemy. Medicine, energy, manifesting desires, and alchemy. So this is saying, and the focus is upon women with this message, it seems, that maybe we're given the power to do this. Using magical power for medicine, healing our community, healing our families at the very least, with home remedies, researching, herbs and plants and flowers that were used in Native American times and ancient civilization times, where you relied on those things and they actually helped and did not harm the body. Energy, understanding how energy affects your household, thereby your whole community and the whole world, and monitoring that energy in your home, making sure it doesn't become chaotic, making sure everyone respects and loves one another no matter what the circumstances or issues or challenges. And manifesting desires, using that magic within you to manifest your desires. That involves a lot of faith, confidence, self-love. It involves a lot of moon cycles, aligning with moon cycles in a good way. What I have to mention as well with this witch card is that if you notice, I'm focusing on all the ways that you would use your inner magic for healing, for good energy, for prosperity even, but not to harm anyone, not to manipulate anyone, not to subdue anyone. That is not what I'm talking about. So I think that is also what a message. In fact, I'm going to explore this more right now and ask the divine to let us know what more about this switch ability should we know about. Okay, I'll start with the Truth Oracle. I'm going to hop around. What about this? Thank you. Oh my, I've never gotten this card. It is definitely for this message. Anytime I have never gotten a card from a deck, I know that it's meant for the message that I'm doing. Street is a beautiful card. Most of the time you get a card for street or city and it looks like run down dark. The colors aren't inviting. This, I like it. It's bright and white. It's beautiful. It's like a vendor shop with flowers around it. Now that is the kind of vendor setup I would like. Okay, circulation, sports, exhibit. Oh, spirit is very magical today. I mean, with the messaging. You see how I focused on how usually it's dark? When you see a card about street, it can have like gray colors or look run down. And this is beautiful and light with flowers. That is what Spirit is saying about this whole witch card. In 2026, I'm asking about why is this important? And Spirit is saying because you're going to be using that ability, and more of us are going to be using that ability, but not in the dark, dingy way that you stereotype the witch to be. That it can be used for evil. You're using it for light, for beauty. Look at how this feels. It also could symbolize, like, you know how you had the old witch days where everybody knew for healing herbs where to go, and it was usually somewhere hidden, you know, off the beaten path. This is like reminding me of that kind of thing where you have a setup or a shop where you know to go for healing, you know. Okay, thank you, Spirit. Beautiful. I did say from another deck, so I'll go here and see. I'm tempted to get another card from the same deck, but I'll stick to my word here. Spirit speaks. Let's see what it says. Seek wisdom in prayer, but also have an open dialogue. Okay, this is saying on your journey as this witch, you're going to be using your spiritual prowess. Spirit's saying don't forget to involve prayer and staying connected, meditating with the divine, because that's going to keep you aligned with using your magic for good. And listen, don't just pray to God and speaking and make it a one-way, you know, conversation or, you know, a lecture, or I don't know what you would call it, because not a discussion or conversation when it's just one way. Don't just spill out. Also receive, take in, take the time to wait and listen. Get, you know, when I say listen, not so much a voice, but maybe just downloads will start to, if you just let it and stay still for a bit. Someone may pop up in your mind and you hadn't thought about that person. Why in the middle of prayer are you thinking of that person? The divine is saying, go to that person. They have the answer for you. They can help you, or they will mention something in conversation that is going to help you. You are surrounded by divine favor, blessed in ways seen and unseen. Know that you are cherished and supported by a higher power, and step forward with unwavering faith. As you practice your white magic, your ability to alchemize, to use metaphysics, if you will, know that there's magic in the unseen. You know, what is around you that you see is not all that there is to life. You must have faith in the unseen. You feel love, but you can't see it. You know? Know that you are cherished and supported by a higher power. Always knowing that there is a higher power. And things didn't get created around the world based on man building it brick by brick, the oceans, the rivers, the streams, the clouds. You have to know when you see those things that there's a higher power. You have to know it. And step forward with unwavering faith. That's what I was saying earlier about using magic. Beautiful geese you can hear. Using beautiful magic, good magic. And the way it works is only if you believe it will work. It won't work. Even when you want to heal, the power of the intention is weak behind healing if you don't have 100% faith that it's going to work. When you're mixing up something to help someone, when you're praying for them and focusing on the good outcome for them, that's also like what I'm talking about is magic here. It's not really what you have always thought of magic to be. It's more of, for me anyway, just using that connection with God, that faith with God in order to produce results here in the 3D. Everybody has their own method of connecting. Everybody has their own expressions of that connection. So that's for you to journey and find out how you can use what you are walking with, so to speak. But you are blessed. We are all blessed with the ability. The witch was speaking of women. And I have heard that women carry a certain kind of special ability, but I do think that men also have very magical ways that they can tap into. I just am only a woman, so I know, you know, from what I speak as a woman, but I know, I'm sure that there are men who have special powers that we don't have. So indeed, if you're a male, draw on that, tap into that. It will probably be strengthened, is what Spirit's saying. Wow. Okay, Spirit, thank you. With men, something about protection. Your ability strengthened the more you are protective of your family, of your loved ones, of your friends. The more you are, if you can think of chivalry, how they say chivalry is dead. Well, the one who is more honorable and chivalrous will usually be the one who can use their power more. That's what I'm getting. And with women, the more nurturing and loving you are, the more that your power is honed and strengthened and built up in some way. Thank you. Okay. Divine feminine and divine masculine. Both are needed. In their highest expression. And that's what 2026 is about, is what I'm hearing. We are going to be nudged toward, encouraged toward our highest expression. No longer are we settling for being less than what we know is honorable. Okay, one more card, Spirit. It's a tie between so many here. Okay. Oh, some of these are, okay, let me fix these. They're not in the right direction. It's okay if you flip on me, but I don't want to start out with any reversals. Guess because I am going to take this as, I am told to take them in the reverse if they come out reversed. And sometimes with oracles, I don't, it depends on the deck. And this one I typically wouldn't. Giving you a little behind the scenes. The making of. Okay. I might as well do another round of this. For the Light Witch, or the Witch of the Light. What is the Witch of the Light in 2026? Oh, okay. Peace. I'm sorry, I'm counting the word peace. Anything you do must be geared toward peace. Never havoc, never chaos, never destruction, never malice, never envy, never jealousy. You can't come with that. Not anymore. It's going to be strongly debunked. Those that are used to getting away with that kind of manipulation, abuse of their power, they're going to be strongly shown that that is not acceptable anymore. I don't know what else to say after that. That was a strong, I'll end with that, in fact. And I love it. Hallelujah. And I will see you in the next reading. Happy New Year. Enjoy safely.